Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Star Tropics 2, Zoda's Revenge. In the last episode, Mr. Tumnus had rescued Leonardo da Vinci, he got a new melee weapon, a katana, and he got a helicopter that allowed him to travel to this castle in the Far East, where apparently there's a hidden block. So, this castle, there's a bunch of pitfalls, so I'll link a map with the that shows where the pitfalls are, so you can avoid them, or you can just follow the route that I'm taking here. There are a few pitfalls too, to be precise, that you can't avoid. There's one going to be right down here, and then later on there's going to be a split, a three-part split, and when you get to that point, you can't avoid the pitfall there. But for the most part, when you end up in a pitfall, you just want to basically go to the north. That'll be the way that usually takes you out. So, usually you end up in like a small little room where you have to take out enemies or find a switch. So, sometimes they have some little bit of health there for you, so. But that's pretty much it in terms of dungeon. So this isn't like your typical dungeon where you're doing a lot of fighting. So it's mainly just like an overworld dungeon. Kind of like Chapter 4 in the first Star Tropics, when you're inside the belly of the whale. So, you know, like I said, little mini one. Remember, you usually always want to go up. So here we go. Find another staircase there. These skulls are like those owls. You kind of got to jump to hit them. So, we'll just avoid them. There we go. And I want to head straight up. And over to the right, we're going to see some more the Zoda footprints. So we want to go south before we hit the end of the footprints, because they lead you to a pit. So just checking out my map to make sure I don't fall in any of the holes, because I want to get that little, looks like a 5 block. Little Z block. So one looks like a Z, that one's the Z, and the other one looks like an S. So the Z and the S block, there we go. So that's our 5th block. Get another heart container, nice. You wouldn't even have to fight a boss for it, but, what? Mr. Thomas has an evil voice. It must be Zoda-Y. He has like some like bug in his center. Not so fast, rat. It's Zoda-Y. I've learned now not to send a henchman on my errand that requires my own touch. You'll not get away so easily where I'm about to send you. Go to the land where Count stalks his victims by the light of the moon. Ha 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 ha. Whoa, this is radical. And Mr. Tumnus, without using the Oxford World Wonder, gets sent through time and space again to Transylbania. Well, you would think he would fight Count Dracula, but like Zoda-Y said there, he's not going to let a minion do his work. Nope. We're gonna have to fight Zoda-Y at the end of this castle. This castle can be kind of tricky. So there's a lot of pitfalls in it that kind of loop you around. So you kind of got a choice of which way you want to go. But I'll kind of point them out. So I'll try to hit as many rooms as possible. But some, because there's like branching paths, we won't be able to hit every single room. But alright, so here we are in this big castle here. We've got a bunch of spooky monsters. It goes with that, I guess, that monster theme, you know, being Transylvania. We've got some bats. Of course, we have bats in other places too. We get to use our new katana too. It's finally stronger than our second psychic ability. Yeah, there's a lot of medicine in here. I guess they're giving us lots of medicine because, you know, we got another Zoda fight coming up, but Zoda-Y is not as tough as Zoda-X. We got some hearts there. We got more hearts here, so if you did lose a lot of hearts in that little castle maze earlier, they have a bunch to help you heal up. We got Frankenstein monsters here. You hit them once, and then they turn into just legs, and when they're legs, they're really, really quick, and they run around, kind of like all crazy like those coins. Now we've got 4 rooms here. They appear empty at first glance, but then ghosts appear in them. And you have to hit the purple ghost. The blue ghosts don't take any damage, but when you defeat the purple ghost, then all the other ones get defeated. So got a little trap there. We got medicine, but there's a fire trap there, so you gotta watch out. Kind of reminds you of the ghost in the first Legend of Zelda. There was the one that was spawned on the screen, and then you can summon a bunch of like other ghosts from the tombstones in the lost in the graveyard beyond the Lost Woods. You can use that to farm for a bunch of rupees and hearts and stuff. But like I said, there's only one ghost that's vulnerable. But when you defeat that vulnerable ghost, then all the other ones will disappear. So, yeah, ghosts going along with that spooky theme, just like these zombies are. I think this is the first time we're fighting these zombies since we got the new psychic power. We fought them in the pyramid when we got the first psychic power. But and we have another ghost here. This one's interesting. You have to hit the ghost on his tombstone. Normally you figure the tombstone would like block your attacks. You know, hit him in the vulnerable front, but nope. You're just gonna jump over these pads, get a sub-weapon here in this chest. And there's a bunch of, when you fall down here, we want to kind of go to the left. Because if we go to the left here, there's going to be another pitfall at the tile, right at the end of the arrow. And if we go down that one, we'll end up in this room here. We can get some more medicine. Line up our jump, get some more medicine. And then we're going to want to jump down into the center pit here, right here in the center. And we end up in this room where there are a bunch of things are. Now we can go over to the right by defeating all these Frankenstein monsters. And now it'll take you eventually to where we want to go. But this is a little tougher and easier way to go. Is just fall down the pit and they all repeat themselves. We'll eventually repeat ourselves, so we'll go down to this area. And this area is probably the easier way. Like I said, you can go with the Frankenstein monster, the area to the floor below, or this one. This one's probably the easiest. We just have the small room with bats, and then there's a zombie room coming up, but pretty easy this way, so I prefer to go this way. All those Frankenstein monsters are a little tough because, you know, the legs run around really spastically, and I think the other way has like magicians that shoot you know, spells at you. We'll run into some of them a little bit later, so like this guy right here. I think this is the guys that are on the third floor going down. So there's this is the first of the type of magician type monsters. Kind of, I guess they're like whiz robes. There's multiple types. There's like the blue and the orange ones. That guy kind of floats around, drops balls that will eventually explode, and there'll be an explosion around where the ball explodes, and then there'll be debris from where the that comes out from the explosion as well. So they're kind of a dual threat. So even though we hit that thing to get our whatchamacallit, to go advance, we want to defeat these guys so that we can go up this way undisturbed. We got some skeletons going along with that, once again with the spooky monster theme that this castle has. We're going to come here to get some more medicine. Be careful. Oop, that guy hit us when we jumped over. Oh well. No. But luckily we don't have to defeat the Frankenstein monster. We just have to find this little tab. Get the question block, like Mario. Yeah, we head over here. And here we have the second type of magician. He lays down these like crystal balls. And if you hit the crystal ball, it rockets towards you. So yeah, just happened there. Just hit right there. So you want to wait until he's in a area clear of one of his crystal balls, and then you can hit him and or try to hit him diagonally. So you don't, like I say, you don't want to have those balls hit you. They can do a lot of damage. So that'll be the way forward. There, getting that little thing. We're going to head over this way first. We got some Frankenstein monsters here. We got to defeat them to create a platform to get more of those sub-weapons. This sub-weapon's like a triple shot, like a little 3-shot spread. So they'll be really good against the boss. Zoda-Y is gonna like release a bunch of bats out of his cloak, and so the star can hit him, or that splitting ball, can attack and hit him, and hit the bats that come out of his cloak at the same time. So it's a good sub-weapon to have against him. So, ooh, just gotta... the bats are all the way. Ouch. Ooh, evil bats. Luckily, we got a lot of medicine here, so... Like I said, this castle can be pretty tricky, so... But thankfully, like I said, Zoda-Y is not as tough as Zoda-X. So, we've got another one of these magicians again. We got... Unfortunately, we're fighting him in a pretty bad room. So, yeah, there's a lot of holes that limit our mobility. So you can jump over those things, but when you're jumping around, you might actually fall in the pit, so you gotta be careful. The tiles look like a bat. And I guess in the eyes of the bat there, we can get some items. So we get some another medicine. And we can get some more hearts as well, so... There we go. And here we have Zoda-Y. So, what he's going to do is he has two forms to him. But they're very similar in what they do. So, first form here, he just appears. He lets out 2 bats, shoots out his own little 3-shot spread. And, not too bad. So, like I said, the little spiked balls that we're throwing here, they're good because, like I said, see, they come out in 3 in that little spread shot, so they can take out the bats. Because the bats can kind of fly erratically. And when we do enough damage, he transforms into that bug creature that you kind of saw in his middle in the cutscene. It's like a bug-owl hybrid. And he pretty much does the same thing he does in the last thing, but he has a new attack. He shoots these feathers at you, which can damage you, and it also pushes you back toward the spikes. Now, the spikes ain't, an instant defeat, but they do take a lot of damage. Remember, the game, of course, has, very few iframes. So if you get pushed into the spikes, you're probably going to take, like, 2 or 3 hits. So, just kind of move around, keep pushing forward. So you'd rather get hit by the feathers than the spikes. But after a while, see, yeah, he wasn't as bad as the Zoda-X there. So, probably just because, like I said, the sub-weapons are so much easier, so much better against him. So, it's easier to hit. And, yep, Zoda-Y, maybe he should have sent a henchman, because he didn't. We defeated him. Only one more Zoda to go, Zoda-Z. And after this block, only one more block to go. Does Zoda-Z have that other block? No, let's find out. As always, once we get a block, we're gonna consult the Oxford World Wonder, say the magic words, and where will Mr. Tumnus be taken to this time? Let's find out. Whoa, this is radical. Let's see, Mr. Tumnus. Travel through time once again. Yeah, if you don't have Mr. Tumnus graphic there, it just has like a little picture of Mike, the character, going, but it's Mr. Tumnus! Mr. Tumnus is the hero, not Mike. Yeah, we like Mr. Tumnus. Oh, good boy. Chapter 8, the penultimate chapter. He has only 9 chapters in this game, so... It means a little bit more than, one more than the first game, but I guess not really, because, in this game, remember, chapter 1 was just like an intro, so... Only 2 more chapters to go. What is gonna await Mr. Tumnus in this chapter? Find out in our next episode. Thanks for following along. Have a good day. Bye.